our work, we call this the bluff. And it's the bottom line up front. So basically at the end of a session, we'll ask everyone in the group in one word or phrase, what's the one insight or idea that stood out for you? And what might you do? And then from a recording perspective, we take this and we put it at the beginning of our recordings so that people who come later, who didn't attend, can decide whether it's worth watching because they get to see what the takeaway is before they've invested the time. So give you just a couple seconds to think about that. What's your insight or takeaway from today? And then go ahead and offer up. Anna, do you want to, nope, she's gone. All right.
I can start. Yeah. So Elise, first, I would really like to say thank you. You know, sometimes I have this, for me, this is always a journey and I have no fixed expectations. But this one was with this question of heaven and hell. It's like, it did something you said me think, but I didn't know what to think. And what an amazing experience. So thanks for that. And then I think you recognize this, and I think this is the art of facilitation. So thank you once again. Yeah, I have thoroughly enjoyed this.
Oh, thank you.
I can go next. To me, the insight is that facilitation is not the holy grail, and that we should be very conscious of kind of when to use it, and maybe when it's even not appropriate. So quite some food for thought there. So thanks a lot. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
I liked thinking about facilitation as a life skill, and really trying to pin down what are some of the key qualities and even skills that make a good facilitator. Thinking a bit about how each of us brings something specifically ours, and also that we can always learn, you know, cool tools or tricks or just helpful inspiration from each other. Thank you very much, Elise.
I can go next. I think the session really reminds me the balance. So when we talk about heaven and hell, but it's actually, there's always a balance over there. That's what I truly believe. Nothing is too extreme. If anything goes extreme, something's going wrong. But also the last discussion reminds me of team dynamic, because you almost like, if you want to be a facilitator of the team, you got to be approved or recognized by everyone that they want you to be the facilitator. Otherwise, it's just going to be, I don't agree with that. I am going to go with another way of doing this. So that reminds me of that.
What I take out of this is how much human connection really means in any situation. And by that, I mean paying attention to what's going on in any group, whether you're working with yourself, an individual, 2 people, 10 people, 20 people, and being humble, but still assured in yourself of what your role is, why you're there, what you are to do, but yet being humble enough to deeply listen and deeply pay attention and fall back on reserves that you have, skill sets that you have that allow you to pivot if you need to in the moment.
I really liked the last discussions that we had, and it really made you think about it, because I think before I started the session I had a different idea of if everybody sort of like could facilitate. Now I sort of like still think that I think, yeah, everybody has a role to play in the journey. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I can go next. Yeah, similar. I think I was one also in our interview. I was always the one claiming that, oh, if everyone could facilitate. And it made me think of, okay, what is it actually that facilitation is? Because I think I really want now to solve the puzzle of what of it is a life skill, and does it really make sense to call that facilitation? Because I think we can also over facilitate conversations, which then lose their charm. And I think for me, this was also a nice experience with everything that went wrong on Mural, and that's okay. And then I wonder, okay, don't we actually have the best conversations just without the tools and just focusing on each other and what is said? And it's nice to document it, but do we really have to if we listen carefully? So this is another, maybe on a meta level, that made me think. Thank you. Great food for thought.
Thank you. And I love the point that came up about permission. Thank you for giving me permission to experiment with you and to pivot and play. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever it is, and hope
Thank
to
you
see
so
you
much.
again at some other thing. So it was wonderful to meet you all.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Take
And for
care.
Thank you.